It's really hard for kids to not get to see their friends at school like they normally would, and teachers.
It's been a little bit annoying having every single thing that you're doing really being stopped. You don't really get to talk to people.
As much as kids usually say, I don't like having to go to school, I don't like having to get up, most kids actually do really well with routines. So I think not getting to go to school is really hard for kids.
I think we're going to just be going into the next grade. For me, that will be grade 6, and we won't finish grade 5 if school's closed for the rest of the year. And I won't be caught up. I'll be behind along with a lot of other kids, and I already get really big anxiety if I'm behind in one small thing that I can catch up really easily. So just thinking about how scary and anxious I'm gonna be in grade 6 when I'm really behind. Hello everybody and welcome to the Feelings Lab! Today's guest... Hello everybody and welcome to the Feelings Lab! Today's guest will be Dr. Amanda Metz.
Well, it's really sweet to see you.
How could this situation be affecting children right now?
I think it's really hard for kids because the ways that kids usually deal with feelings, through playing outdoors, being really busy, having friends to talk to, those things have changed pretty quickly. So I think that's many ways. I also think kids are getting stressed because their parents are stressed. I think it's unusual for kids to have most of the adults in their life feeling worried about something like COVID-19.
What can kids do if they're worried seeing their parents stressed?
It's important for kids to know that they didn't cause their kids stress. They didn't cause their parents stress. Okay, and that kids are responsible for helping themselves with their feelings, but not taking care of the adults. And perhaps if they can, to let their parent know that they're worried about them. So communication is probably one of the best things that families can do right now. I think the other idea would be for kids to just on their breath and take a deep breath and allow themselves to just notice that right now in this moment, everything is okay.
What are some techniques or strategies kids could try to help them with their big feelings?
So having a routine and a schedule as much as possible. So both kids, teens, and adults are being encouraged to have as regular and predictable schedule as they can, because that gives us a sense of security. And what security means is a sense of safety inside, that there's a new normal. So finding a way of getting a regular schedule so that we know what is going to happen in our day is very helpful for kids. Talking to their parents about their fears and their worries, and finding other ways to express their feelings through artwork, through writing, through music, staying connected to friends. One of the things that we're so lucky to have in 2020 is the internet and being able to FaceTime or have Zoom meetings with friends. I've known of some kids who are continuing their clubs or their sports through Zoom with their sport activities. So trying to stay connected to friends through Zoom, trying to visit with family through Zoom or through FaceTime, other internet platforms. So staying connected. I guess the other thing would be to find as many ways to play as possible. So if you can get outside safely with good social distancing, physical distancing. I like the word physical distancing than social distancing, but if you can get out for a walk, so walking the dog, but if you can't go outside, trying to do something physical at home, like doing push-ups or sit-ups or jumping jacks, doing yoga. There's a lot of really cool yoga programs for kids on YouTube. So YouTube has some great yoga programs for kids. reading is really helpful, getting our mind off of worries. Because one of the things about COVID-19 is we don't know how things are going to be. And the more we focus on the worries, the bigger the worries become. So finding ways of distracting ourselves from the worries. So like reading books, watching movies, playing games, doing meditation and mindfulness, relaxation. There's lots of kids' meditations on YouTube. And I have a Facebook page, Dr. Mandabell and Associates, where I do some kid helping activities. And I'm going to be doing some meditations for kids on there. I think another thing for kids would be to have time away. So because parents are often stressed right now, having a place where they can go just to be on their own and asking their parents for permission if they need to. I mean, some parents are okay with kids just going off to their comfy, cozy place. But some kids like to hang out in the closet with a good book and a flashlight just to feel kind of calm and peaceful and to block out the world. The other thing would be to not listen to the news, not read the newspapers, and asking their parents to give them some space from the news. So if parents have the news on the television or the radio, to let the parents know that it's upsetting to hear the news. Be hopeful. Know that there are very, very smart scientists from around the world who are working very hard at finding a vaccine. There are so many people in our community who are taking care of us. So I think kids can cope with their feelings by remembering that there's lots of helping adults who are helping everybody be okay during COVID-19.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having me. Good luck with your feelings, Loud Mackenzie.